I'm going to help you use your spiritual gifts right now. No joke, no gimmicks, no bullshit, not asking anything of you than to just sit back, learn, and listen to me for a bit. I'm sure you can do that. First of all, let's tackle the clairs because a lot of people think that the clairs are their gifts. Clairs are not gifts in and of themselves. They are how the conversation is flowing from different beings you're talking to while you're using your empathic, psychic, and mediumship sides. A lot of people I see who come into a gift focus session with me or empower your purpose come in with these preconceptions that the clairs are their gifts. They are not. I will say that until I am blue in the face, not in this video, but still. Clairs are how different beings find it easiest to speak to you and how you receive from them and their particular energy signatures. So, what that could look like is one being starts the conversation out with a lot of visuals, another one will add meaning, another one may add sound, taste, touch, smell. They're going to pull on all of your senses and all of your clairs. And I've had a lot of people come into sessions with me or say they want to use my Empower Your Purpose course and they say, I only want to isolate certain clairs. I just want the visuals. I fully understand that, but let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, huh? Let's make sure that we are still using what we've got, but add to it instead. We're not exchanging here. I'm happy to teach you how to add to it with the different clairs because you're only deepening your conversations with spirit. That's honestly, it's not that hard to do. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is tell spirit, I'm currently reading like this and I want to read like that. Can we do that? Yes or no. Make it as real and detailed as possible as you're having this conversation with them. And then let them answer you. It doesn't actually matter if they say yes or no, by the way, for those of you who are a little bit on the perfectionist, control-y side. I see you. I love you. All the love in the world for you because it takes one to know one. But what we do instead is don't worry about whether they say yes or no because your follow up question is going to be the same. Our follow up question is okay, what do you need from me to be able to do that? Do they need you to relax more? Do they need you to just listen more, engage in the conversation? Do you need more practice? What do you need? Let them tell you. By the way, that same tool works perfectly for silence. Now, your actual gifts, honestly, it's one gift, and it's more the gift of you finding it than it being an actual gift, like something you were handed and presented because it was your birthday or a holiday or you did something great. Your overall is your communication ability. It's the ability for you to connect with energy at all, to be able to have your brain understand what that energy is trying to tell you, to translate it into something you will understand, and then to be understood in the body and the heart. So, once again, clairs are not your gifts. The gift is the overall ability to have communication with beings from other dimensions and planes of existence. The ability to connect to energy, not just in, but outside of our 3D reality. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at how that big overall gift flows and functions for us, we want to break it down into three pieces that you're probably really comfortable hearing: empath, psychic, and mediumship. We do this so that we can isolate those different pieces of how the overall gift works so that you can use it more consistently with confidence, clarity, accuracy, feeling secure in the conversation and the information you're receiving. Notice I keep saying it's a conversation, by the way, because it is. It is a conversation. Treat it like that with someone you trust, someone you respect. Doesn't matter who or what you're talking to in spirit, treat them all that same way. Your fear will stay out of it, your blocks will stay out of it, and you'll be able to receive the entirety of the conversation. And you'll also feel safer being able to dip in and ask your own curiosities and engage deeper, getting more information. If you hear growling in the background, that is my dogs deciding that right now is a great time to play. They're dogs. I'm not going to stop them. So when we look at the empathic side, with the empathic side, it is a connection to everything in the third dimension. It's understanding how people feel. It's understanding the energies left in the land. It's the ability to communicate with trees and have some kind of communication with animals too, and objects. It's when you go into a thrift store and suddenly you just can't put this one thing down. You keep being attracted to it. You have nowhere in your house that you can put it. You don't know why you want this thing, but you just do. Or the opposite. Ugh, I'm not touching that thing. Gross, get it away from me. Same with people. How often have we had people that we just don't trust them, intrinsically, automatically don't trust them, don't want anything to do with them. I don't care if everybody else does. I want nothing to do with them. And then you're proven right later on. Or those times when you're walking in the forest and suddenly you get that feeling of, I have to stop right here and I should not be here. Or, ooh, I want to go over here and see this thing. Your empathic side comes up in 4 different ways: emotionality, mentality, physicality, and spirituality. Everybody has a default setting, and everybody's default setting expands and grows as they continue using their empathic side. Now, the problem with the empathic side is people tend to get swamped by it, and you're not swamped by it because you're weak. I just want to put that out there right now. Yes, stronger empaths intrinsically know how to protect themselves and not take that in. They transmute it before it comes to them and gets stuck inside their energy field. But again, it's not weak to not be able to do that. And I was talking to my mentee about this. I was telling her, I understand that sometimes when we're talking to certain people, we do take their emotions inside of ourselves. But we do it not because we're weak, but because we are super strong. We are badasses and we know we are. We know that they, feeling that emotion, are not as well equipped to handle it and detox it, ground it out of their bodies as we are. So we take their stuff, we put it into us. They feel better feeling and having a conversation with us. They feel better about it. And now we're left dealing with their emotions. But that's because we know to ground in center. We know how to get rid of it in healthy ways. We know how to transmute it. It's not our best choice of actions to help people, but it is a way that we do it until we learn to actively transmute it by extending our light to them and that space in between. Now, your next gift is your psychic side. Your psychic side is where we get those beautiful, intuitive hits of information out of nowhere. We're not necessarily talking to any particular being. We're just wondering about something, and suddenly there's the answer or a multitude of answers. To use your psychic side on purpose means to not direct the conversation. We don't say, I'm talking to my spirit guides, I'm talking to just my team. Don't do that. And like I was saying, to use your psychic side on purpose, just broadcast it out to spirit as a whole. That's it. Just, I wonder what's going on. Hey guys, just don't dictate who's speaking. And then we have mediumship, which goes well and truly far beyond seeing dead people. And you don't know how many people come into a session with me and they're so afraid of seeing dead people. I'm like, it's a non-issue, really. It's not really something that happens very often. And if it does, it's because somebody has that big fear and they have changed how they receive from spirit into like the Hollywood fear-based lens. It's fine if that's what you want. I just don't know why you want that. Mediumship takes a more organized and structured approach to their conversations with spirit. Mediums want to know who they're talking to before they sit down and have that conversation with spirit, like we have in the psychic side and even our empathic side. Mediums want to talk to their grandmother, their spirit guides, their spirit team. They want to talk to a certain archangel, a certain demon, a certain deity, a certain god, a certain goddess. They want to talk to certain beings or groups of beings. And then they sit down and they have that conversation with just them. I also have found, like, okay, so I've been working with thousands of people through the years on how to use their gifts. I've been doing this for like 24 years, I think it is. And I have found over time that mediumship is the easiest for people who are afraid of using their gifts or afraid of spirit or don't trust themselves, which is that's a whole other video. Now that you have some education behind it, practice this. Isolate different beings and say, hey, can you and I just sit down and have a conversation? Or try for spirit as a whole and pay attention to your psychic side, what you're picking up, what it's telling you. And stay curious. Ask them questions. Bring your side to the table. Don't worry about being wrong. Just be curious. Happy communicating.